The Streets of San Francisco, a Bickle Martin production. Tonight's episode, A Long Day.
My day started with a nice American breakfast before heading out for a walk. Everywhere you go in San Francisco are these Waymo driverless taxis. My hotel was right next to Fisherman's Wharf, so I didn't need a taxi. I looked at all the fishing boats, and then a local told me they don't fish anymore due to quotas and to save the whales. All that's left now are tourists hiring boats for rod fishing. And lots of souvenir shops. And this famous little island can be seen from everywhere. A short walk north and there's Aquatic Cove. From here you should be able to see the Golden Gate Bridge, but a thick fog had drifted in from the Marin headland. Nearby is the Maritime Museum and these propellers from a 1925 ferry called Klamath. Across from Aquatic Cove is the Ghirardelli chocolate factory, which closed in the 1960s. It still has a chocolate shop, and it used to have some working machinery up until last year, but unfortunately all they've got left is this chocolate wall, which is just to pay homage to the chocolate factory. On my way to get a bus to go to the Golden Gate, I came across these old original San Francisco buildings.
Say five.
It does say five, yeah?
Yes, okay. Golden Gate Bridge.
I headed over to the cross-section cable that held up the bridge. Each individual strand totaled 80,000 miles. Unfortunately, the fog had set in fast, and I never got to see the bridge from here. So I jumped back on a bus and went back to Pier 39 at Fisherman's Wharf to see the sea lions. And yet another view of Alcatraz. I decided I was going to walk to Chinatown. They say that San Francisco is built on 7 hills, the same as Rome and Brighton, and this lorry was having as much trouble as me climbing them. This area is North Beach. A lot of people think of it as Little Italy. Chinatown is near the city, and that building with the point, that's the Trans-America Pyramid. San Francisco has microclimates, and it can be sunny one side and foggy the other, and here you can see the Bay Bridge from Chinatown. And you can hire these little trikes that give you guided tours around the streets. There are strange foods to be seen in Chinatown, some of them still alive. I jumped on a cable car and headed off into the city. There are 3 cable car systems: California, Powell and Hyde, Powell and Mason. I was on Powell and Hyde. They're called cable cars because there is a 38-mile long cable running in these tracks. When I arrived at the turnaround, there's a police presence, but more of that later. I queued for an hour for the return journey, watching the cable cars being turned on the turntable manually. Then it was my turn. This time I decided to take a seat. Up we all went, higher and higher. Past these tightly parked cars and past this cafe called the Nook, which would be a brilliant place to watch the cable cars come and go all day. peak of the hill is Lombard Street, that famous twisty, windy road. From here you can see Coit Tower on the right and the Bay Bridge in the distance. On the way down we can see Alcatraz Island, which means we're heading for Fisherman's Wharf.
Final stop.
Thank you.
Got back just in time to see other tourists bringing in their catch. And to see this hydraulic car in action. I had been out all day and I was starving, so I went to Boudin's, which is famous. The bakery delivers all of its bread to the counter by this strange conveyor system. Boudin's is famous for clam chowder, which I was finishing off as the fog rolled in. Remember this from the cable car turnaround?
Michael snapped this photo of the man who he said had his hand.
This is Frisco Live 415.
The Powell Street BART Station Plaza underground. The sound of gunfire set tourists. Cops who shot the man. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital where he's now recovering. Investigators now say they're looking to see if the suspect opened fire first.
And this all happened not long before I arrived, but these two were nowhere to be found. So I took a taxi back to the airport, past the Bay Bridge. And then I realised I'd actually been in the real streets of San Francisco.